On Sunday, 23rd of October, this past Sunday, something very strange happened. Sergei Shoigu, Russian Minister of Defense, not a career military person, not a soldier, basically a civilian, before he was made the Minister of Defense, he called 4 ministers of defense of NATO countries and had conversations with them. He warned them, among other things, he warned them of Ukraine possibly using a dirty bomb to blame Russia for it. Somewhere in Russia, on Russian territory, or on its own territory in Ukraine. He gave no evidence, no facts behind his words, just accusations. I don't know why he did that instead of having a nice dinner with his wife, relaxing and enjoying, because he doesn't know much about the military strategy, tactics, and stuff like that. Instead of all that, he assumed the role of a diplomat and started doing something very unusual even for him. Howdy, howdy. This is Konstantin. Welcome to Inside Russia. I'm streaming live. This is another update on latest events happening in Russia, things I find interesting, the news that I interpret and give my takes on things that happen. I am currently in Uzbekistan, but Russia is inside of me. And this is another update. This update is called Of Dirty Bombs and Of Good Men. The latest talk in Russia in the past couple days is the dirty bomb. Ukrainians possibly using dirty bomb to blame Russians for that. Surprise, Anyway, let's talk about that. I will start a little bit back. On the 24th of February, I felt absolutely terrible. It's really hard to explain. There was a cocktail of feelings, bad emotions, the worst kind of feelings you can have was what I had. I talked about it before. Among those feelings, there was a feeling, not the strongest one, but considerable feeling of betrayal. Betrayal. Because I felt on that day, the Russian government betrayed me, the Russian, the citizen, the taxpayer, and the voter. I felt like too. So one simple reason. Before February 24th, I heard so many times that Russia was not going to attack Ukraine. Never, ever, ever, never, 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 ever. By numerous officials, from numerous officials. Of course, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sergei Lavrov, the man himself. Of course, his deputy, Maria Zakharova. Oh, she said it left and right. She ridiculed mass media of the West who warned about Russia attacking Ukraine. Oh boy, she was ruthless. Vladimir Putin himself said, I think on numerous occasions, that this is a joke. Of course, Russia would never attack Ukraine. Brotherly folks, brothers and sisters, how could we? How could we possibly do that, And then I was absolutely sure it would never happen. So I made videos, I made streams on this channel prior to February 24th. I feel very foolish, not proud whatsoever. They're still there. You can go and watch them. I haven't taken them down just to show how foolish I was. And I feel very, very stupid. I'm very sorry right now. At that day, I felt like the Russian government, all those folks I mentioned, they betrayed me. They lied to me. They did the unthinkable. The crime. They shouldn't have done that, and they did it. Well, you know, that was hard. That was really hard. Over the course of the following months, I say that Russian government did the same thing. And I mean, the military and the propaganda people, they kept on pulling the very same trick. Vladimir Putin himself told us on March 8th or 9th, I believe, that there will be no mobilizations, and all goals that Russia has in Ukraine will be achieved by using professional servicemen who signed contracts, not conscripts. Turned out to be a lie the next day, because the Ministry of Defense, acknowledged there were conscripts fighting, and turned out to be the second lie, because on the 21st of September, he himself announced that, Russia was mobilizing, start of the mobilization of Russia's men. Well, okay. Now, Sergei Shoigu is not a very public person. He doesn't give interviews. Over the course of 8 months, he gave 2 interviews, and they were just very formal, very dry. And of course, he spoke publicly on the 21st of September, explaining the mobilization. Every time he spoke publicly, it felt like, and it seemed like, forced. Well, who can force the Minister of Defense of Russian Federation? There's someone who's above, look up. And it seems like this telephone call, he was also forced to make the telephone call to the Ministers of Defense, because they tried numerous times to reach him, Sergei Shoigu, many times over the course of summer, to discuss de-escalation, to discuss peace negotiations and so forth. And you know what he did? He just ignored. Yet, now he called them himself. Again, he warned, among other things, that Ukraine was planning to use dirty bomb someplace, not giving facts or any evidence. Now, that's very strange, because we all know, it's obvious, that Ukraine does not have dirty bombs. Dirty bomb is a very complicated device, and it needs the country who wants to build a dirty bomb. It needs to have a technology. Technology is required, actually, and it needs to have the materials. Ukraine doesn't have any. The materials, the uranium, is really difficult to obtain, and it is really difficult to transport. It leaves the trail, okay? And a dirty bomb is something you cannot assemble or build in a matter of 1 or 2 days. You need to have special facilities, special trained people, again, technologies, materials, and so forth. You cannot buy it because it's not out there on sale on the market. So therefore, it's really easy to track if country builds such a device. And I'm pretty sure that both Russia and the United States are having Ukraine under a microscope, because the United States certainly doesn't want nuclear escalation, okay? If it saw that Ukraine was planning on something like that, I'm pretty sure the USA would put that under tabs, okay? And then Russia also does not need to be caught by surprise of Ukraine using a dirty bomb. So I'm pretty sure Russia has means of somehow using intelligence, okay? Although in the latest events and the latest time, I think less and less of Russia's army intelligence, but I suppose it has some kind of intelligence, okay? So the dirty bomb isn't something that you can't hide. And if a country obtains it, okay, you can pinpoint, and in case Sergei Shoigu was calling the ministers of defense of France, the UK, Turkey, and the USA, pretty mighty countries, he would have pinpointed. He said, look, the Ukrainians have this bomb at this facility right now, at this place, at this location on the map. Okay? Well, he didn't do that. Yet, he called. Actually, I was thinking, why did he call? Obviously, someone made him. He wouldn't have called himself. And then someone had two goals in mind. First goal, perhaps they're separate, perhaps they're both goals at one message. But the first goal, potential goal, is to make Sergei Shoigu, Russia's Minister of Defense, look absolutely foolish. And actually, someone succeeded, okay? It's just the whole idea of calling, ministers of defense and then giving them this information, accusing in Ukraine is just absolutely crazy. It's foolish, that's what it is. And the second, perhaps to mask something that is happening on the other side, to give false alarm, to kind of put responsibility off, so to speak, okay? So this is some kind of a game, but this is a very weak game. You can read through these moves, like it's a child playing chess, trying to play chess. You know what all four ministers of defense of NATO countries said? They actually, on October 23rd, right after speaking to Sergei Shoigu, they made, four of them, joint statement on Ukraine. And I'm going to quote that statement. That's basically their answer. They said, the text of the following statement was released by the governments of the United States of America, France, and the United Kingdom. Turkey wasn't there, just three countries. We, the foreign ministers of France, the United Kingdom, and the United States, reiterate our steadfast support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity in the face of Russia's ongoing aggression. We remain committed to continue supporting Ukraine's efforts to defend its territory as long as it takes. Earlier today, the defense minister of each of our countries spoke to Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu at his request. Our countries made clear that we all reject Russia's transparently false allegations that Ukraine is preparing to use a dirty bomb on its own territory. The world would see through any attempt to use this allegation as a pretext for escalation. We further reject any pretext for escalation by Russia. The foreign ministers also discussed their shared determination to continue supporting Ukraine and the Ukrainian people with security, economic, and humanitarian assistance in the face of President Putin's brutal war of aggression. Well, this statement is actually a great answer. I am reading this and I'm thinking, wow, it's nicely done. It's very professional. It's full of common sense, and it's based on logic. What Sergei Shoigu was trying to make, what kind of statement he was trying to make, that's still a mystery, okay? It is very clear that he was either framed or, I hope he was framed, because if he wasn't, that was his initiative and then would be executed, that Anyway, before calling the four ministers of defense of four mighty NATO countries, perhaps the mightiest countries. Whoever made Sergei Shoigu make that call needed to go back to school and read a very, very basic story that is usually taught to kids all over the world, in the Western world and in the Russian schools as well. The story is called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Remember I told you what Russian officials said and did past? Not only they betrayed me, the Russian, the voter, the citizen, the taxpayer, they betrayed pretty much the rest of the world. And they cried wolf, perfect case. And not once, but time and time and time over and over again. And now they're trying to cry wolf again. They go in and say, no, Ukraine has the dirty bomb it's going to use pretty soon. Well, okay, give us the evidence. No evidence. You got to trust us, okay? So anyway, my suggestion is this. Go and read that story in Child's book, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. And then come back and come up with something more sophisticated. You probably have a better shot at it, at least. My friends, we are at the second Caribbean crisis, and I think that this crisis right now is deeper, stronger, and scarier than the first one, some 50 years ago. I see that at this point in the world, not one single country, no one trusts Russian government. And that mistrust is slowly spreading onto Russian people. Russia has isolated itself. It's done actions kind of unthinkable to actually isolate itself. And at this point, it does not have any allies. It does not have any friends. Even Uzbekistan, very close ally for a long time, and ex-Soviet Republic, not a friend any longer. I have one single recipe for Russia and for Russian government. In order to change things around, you actually have to start telling the truth to the others. Once that happens, there is a chance that someone will actually start listening. And it's going to take long time. That will not happen over time. But Russia, in this case, somehow has hope and somehow has chance. And of course, before you start telling the truth, you immediately have to make one thing. You just have to start de-escalating. And this has been my message for today. At the very end, I'm going to say that my thumbnail is misleading. Of dirty bombs and good men. When we speak of dirty bombs, there are no good men around. This is my opinion. So unfortunately, aren't any good men around left. I just hope that the escalation stops and, the dirty bomb doesn't go off and God forbid other bombs go off, So this is the message. I hope you like it. Thank you so very much. Please let me know what you think. Turning on the comments as usual. Please use your common sense. I'm in Uzbekistan, but that doesn't mean that the chat should be not civilized. let's go as usual. The chat's on. Please let me know 2 things. Whether you liked my message, whether you found it valuable, interesting, and if you have any questions, please shoot. I hope you watched my other video released today, not a live stream, but a fairly short video about demons that live among us in Russia, and I showed you the face of one of the demons. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. I pray every single day for God to send an army of angels with swords led by Saint Michael to get rid of that kind of people. Dirk is number 1 today. Lorna and Mommy also number 1. They're always number 1. Sorry, Dirk. Golden Griffon, Airborne Snail, Brian, Timo, Klaus, Zeidler, Risus, John, Malay, John, 2 minutes to midnight, Carano, I'm not sure how it's right, Sylvia, Nicholas, Blackad, Amir, is Bob here? Anyway, howdy everyone, the usual suspects, howdy the ones who just joined the channel recently, and the mods, of course. Thanks for coming back. I'm ready to answer your questions. Not entirely sad today. I'm really enjoying the time with my wife and kid. I'm just so sick of being sad, and I'm so sick of just reacting sad to this news that just keep on coming. Like baseballs keep on flying to you from the machine. That's how it feels like. And they gotta stop one day. This bad news, they're gonna be replaced with the good news. They gotta happen. They must happen, But anyway. Julie Warren, welcome to Inside Russia. We have a sponsor. Excellent. 777 Danny, thank you so much. No message, but this avatar is, I keep on saying no message, but you do send me messages. They're this little icons, and sometimes they speak more than words. So you sending me love. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's heartwarming. Thanks for the support too. If you want me to read your message, put it inside after @sign, the name of the channel, so it appears in a large orange box for me. And please put it in caps. Faith. I'm basically scanning and reading the ones in caps. Golden Griffon, interesting and valuable. Thank you so very much. Golden Griffon is one of the oldest usual suspects. I don't know. When did you join? I think March or February of 2020. Dale Elaticus, greetings from Colorado. Chirper. Jeffrey S. Hello, Mr. K. Please read my email today. I will do so after the stream. Duke Fishing, Inside Russia, glad that you lightened up. In the West, we have saying don't. I think you didn't finish. Don't do something. Okay. Thank you so much, Duke. Calvin, Constantine, unfortunately, dirty bombs are really easy to construct. Don't you need the uranium for dirty bombs? They gotta be radiation, right? How is this easy to construct? And if that material is probably the hardest to acquire in the world. Renee, Earth is flat, not a spinning ball. Be smarter. Test the pseudoscience globidaria. Where's the pseudoscience? Did I quote or did I do pseudoscience? That's interesting. Elsha, howdy, howdy. Magnus, howdy. Tobias, welcome to Inside Russia. Thanks for the becoming sponsor. Oracle, always so inclusive, good video, thank you. Oracle, please give me some truth, like, what does Oracle do? Does it predict? Tell me the future, what's gonna happen. Stay safe, inshallah. Inshallah is Arabic. Frank in Texas is here. Tara Reina, watch the video, thank you. Maria Colon, thank you so much. Lori Lane, Lori Ambrosio. Ryan, howdy, howdy. Amir, the message was very powerful. Forwarded to several friends. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. That message was, I learned about this guy saying this early morning. Actually, Natasha showed me and I was appalled. I keep on asking one question. How could we fall so low so fast? Or perhaps not fast. Perhaps I was just blind. I wasn't seeing how Russia was fallen and how Russians were fallen. But that's just... I can't believe. I mean, that's what Nazis did. They rounded people up in houses and burned them. Okay, the SS. They did drown people. Kids also, And then this guy is just telling us things. Liz, thank you so very much. Appreciate the help and I get the message. Love and prayers. Thank you. Mika, howdy from Finland. Howdy, howdy. Tom W, howdy, howdy, Constantine and Mods. Mods, not modes. Mods. Tom, hello. Rebecca Gutierrez. Howdy from Puerto Rico. Oh my gosh. My gosh. I would like to go to Puerto Rico now. Just lay there on the beach, surf. That'd be nice. Greetings from Maryland. Howdy, howdy. Hello, hello, hello. Ken, thank you so much. Palvier Flex, will the truth be heard from someone who's constantly crying wolf? Thank you so much. The truth will not be heard. That's my point of the stream today. They've done enough lying. No one will ever believe them again. These people, they gotta go. They gotta go. PL Demery Gray, once again, thoughts are on the point. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tobias Jensen, welcome to Inside Russia. Thank you for becoming the sponsor. Be More with God, sponsor for 2 months. Deep Inside Russia tier. Continuing to keep you and your family in my prayers. Thank you so much. Prayers are so important, and I actually, believe it or not, but I feel how they work in my life. Frank in Texas has just gifted a membership to sponsor. Well, yes, membership to sponsorship to 5 people. Frank, thank you so much from myself and from 5 lucky people. So you made someone's day, I guess. Richard, hello from Canada. Inside, what scares me about that monster on RT casually talking about down in Ukraine children is there are people watching this message nodding. Me too, my friend. Me too. Me too. This guy is actually very, I was going to say interesting, but no, he's something else. He's been in and out of jobs in Russian journalism, in Russian propaganda channels, And then back in 2013, he came out of the closet and he pronounced live, it was a TV program live, he announced that he was gay man. Then he was the media manager for one of the opposition leaders, and he was actually promoting Ukraine, promoting his love for Ukraine, And then something happened to him a few years ago. He was bought right out, and then he started going separate direction. It's incredible. Job Mako, thank you so much. What do you think the West will do if dirty bomb is used against Ukraine? It's not gonna sit and wait. It's gonna retaliate. That's what I think. You and your family stay safe from Ireland. Thank you so very much. It's not gonna be good for Russia if Russia sets the dirty bomb, okay? I was gonna say it's a red line, but there've been so many red lines already. I don't know. This is like freaking black line. Karen Hackney, thank you so much. From England, I take it. I appreciate the support. No message, but this message is very powerful. Same for Andrew Baker. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Stop Scamming Man. The serial super chatter, the serial... how do you call a person who asks questions? Anyway, I love it. Thank you so much for asking lots of questions. Always interesting. Have you ever watched the Einstein movie Ivan the Terrible? Oh, Eisenstein. Sergei is in Russia. It's Eisenstein. Eisenstein. Ivan the Terrible, and then Ivan the Terrible Part 2. I'm not sure I watched Part 2, but Ivan the Terrible is, of course, the classic, Russian classic. And I watched Braninosец Potemkin, goes without saying. By the way, Ivan the Terrible was actually, Stalin took part in, editing that movie. And he fought with Eisenstein so much, There's a huge story behind that movie. So I did watch it. It's classic, what can I say? Brian Woods, nice threads. What do you mean threads? Shirt threads. Please explain what is a thread. Hawk lagging. Thank you for your support. Uranium-235 or plutonium-239 for a fission bomb. A dirty bomb does not produce a nuclear explosion, but a chemical one, which spreads extremely harmful stuff, which is difficult to get though. I thought that dirty bomb, it's not like a nuclear explosion, but it spreads radiation, not chemical one, not chemical substance, but real radiation. Just it works different than with explosion. I'm pretty sure, I read about that stuff before the stream. I will double check. Thanks for the message. If I'm wrong, and I'll admit. White Lightning 777, thank you so much. Russia has been lying since before they were Russia. These war games Putin is playing go back to Byzantium. Hello from Baltimore, MD again. RT is science fiction. Thank you so much, White Lightning. I appreciate. You know, I actually liked RT long time ago. When RT was created, they were given decent news. When they actually were, hang on one second. There wasn't much of propaganda in Russia. Okay, and they were. Anyway, long time ago, like 17 years ago, 15 years ago, once they were being allowed to broadcast in the United States. Back then, I watched RT for good news reporting, but then, boy, did they go downhill. Have you heard of the Denisovan, and are they well known? Denisovan in Russia. The Denisovan. No, I've never heard of Denisovan. But you know what sometimes happens is that you say Denisovan, but in Russian we say something else. If you're talking about the Denisovan people, yeah, of course, I've heard that they're the same as Neanderthals, the Homo sapiens, and Denisovan people. I wanted to go to the cave when they found the remnants of that species. Interesting. Why are you asking me this? Devin33, thank you so much for support. I appreciate it. Jason Carney, same thing. I appreciate the support very much. Much needed and very, very appreciated these days. And Jason just gifted sponsorship to 20 people. Wow. Thank you so very much, Jason. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support and the sponsorship. It's what the fudge and howdy time. Yep. Bart, thank you so much. Try it again. Thank you. I appreciate it. Very interesting question. You really puzzled me about the Denisovan people. Like, what about them? Chapley Charlin. I know who you are. We should be more concerned about the possible flood. Point taken. I'm looking at what Nightbot just said. If you want to contact Konstantin via email, go to about section of Inside Russia. I don't really like the flags that much. I gotta change it somehow. Renee, thank you so much. The earth is flat. NASA lies. Okay. It's a good one. Judith Moody, I appreciate the support. No message, but $5 is message very strong. Dan Hudson, the word dirty gives the clue of the bomb's content. Well, the dirty, in my understanding, is the level of radiation, which is not that, tremendous, but it spreads over certain area, and it spreads by wind and by other means. So again, I will look into it, and I will, get back to you on that. Before I turn on the comments in tomorrow's stream, I will share my findings. Benjamin, thank you so much. There's a question. Do you think this guy from RT created a point of no return for Russian society, like a wake-up moment? Didn't quite understand. No return for Russian society for inside, for the outside, how Russian society is seen from the outside. I think that how it was seen from the outside, no. Point of no return has been passed. It was passed a long time ago. But for the Russian society inside Russia, that's an interesting question. I cannot answer right away, but I will keep my eyes and ears open. I will speak to people. I will ask what they think. Whether they, that thing disappeared from the Russian news very quickly. After I released the video, I started doing investigation. Lots of Russian politicians, well, not lots, but two, came out of high caliber saying, oh, he should be thrown to jail for that, But it was just a couple people. Then the prosecutor general's office, the prosecutor general himself, ordered an investigation into the saying of this guy. And then RT actually condemned what he said, which is good to know. At least they have decency to condemn and say, well, that's wrong, So I will try to answer your question in the future because I cannot now. I can share my point of view, my mom's, my family, my wife's, but that's as far as it goes. The people I know very well, they all think like me. Luke, it is that's a good word. Farcical to believe, like double-faced. Farce, from the word farce, right? To believe Ukraine would use a dirty bomb? I think so too. I mean, this guy's quite something else. What do you think this propaganda works on the Russian people? Thanks for your earlier video. We would never have known how terrible the head of RT was. Well, first question is, why do you think this propaganda works on the Russian people? I have my ideas. It's not definitely just a quick and simple and short answer. That deserves an entire video, standalone video, not even a stream. And I'm in the process of making video. I'm digging deeper, trying to understand why Russians have allowed this to happen. They have allowed this go to so far. And then why do they believe propaganda so easily? So keep on tuning in. I know you're always here. Thanks for your earlier video. We wouldn't have known how terrible the head of RT was. RT is his boss, but RT works in Russia, in Russian language, and in many other languages. In Arabic, in English, I think in French, in German used to be. And that guy was in charge of entire Russian operations. So for Russia, for inside Russia, and for republics whose people speak Russian. Folks, sometimes I feel, well, quite often, that I'm failing you because I cannot answer a few questions. Quite a few questions. Like, people ask me, how can it happen? And I don't know what to say. I am speechless myself. I'm sitting here and I'm just looking like a fool and trying to assess the situation. That's the best I can do. Carol Reed, I hope your, health is better now. We have awful propaganda media here in the States too. We can't believe a word they say. Praying for peace everywhere. I know. Thank you so much for your support. I know about the U.S. media is not so truthful as well, but people don't go to prison for saying something opposite or for speaking up their mind or for having a different opinion, That's the big difference. But yeah, not the best media in the world either, I know. But I would switch, it's not, they're like in a different leagues, different planets. Okay, Not even close to what is going on in Russia in terms of media. Damien Da Silva, what will it take to break the fever? What more must we do, my friend? We are armed, we talk, we threaten. What is it we're not doing? Damien, if you know the answer to this question or questions, please let me know, because I do the way I think is right, the way I think it's useful, the way I think I can. And every single day I do. I stand up, I speak, I bring up topics, I inform people outside and inside Russia. I don't know what else we can do. If you find out, if you have an idea what I personally can do more, then let me know. Thanks for the support, by the way. Kelvin, I liked RT2 back then. It was the most independent, most decent television broadcast back in those days. But then things started going back like downhill. SMB Pretoria, if I read between the lines correctly, your family are with you. Cool. Thank you very much, my friend. Well, partially with me, partially still not with me. There's a plan. We're working on things, and, it's just not that easy. V4, Vonan, thank you for your stream. Stay safe. Much love to your family. Thank you so much, friend. I really appreciate. Much appreciated and much needed. Remember, it's cheaper than a cup of coffee at the restaurant. Thank you so much, Bob. Great to see you. I have a message for you, by the way. I'll email afterwards. GT, God bless you, Kostya. Thank you so much. Thank you. So unusual to hear my name, Kostya. I like Konstantin. Kostya is very intimate, very, very close, very personal. When I was young, what the opening line that I would approach the girls and I would meet them. That was pretty funny. I introduced myself always and I said, hey, my name is Konstantin. Do you know what it means in, gosh, I forgot. What did I use? Latin, I think. Or ancient Greek or something like that. And they would say, well, what's that? I said, that's constant and firm. And they loved it. It doesn't mean firm. I just made it up, But constant, yeah. My name is Konstantin, obviously. Olaf Swedjinax, when would you say that RT changed, went crazy? Olaf, it's hard to say. They work stepping stones. So you cannot say that yesterday RT was good and today you woke up and it's bad. No, it deteriorated, step by step. And those steps were small. It's ousting certain people from RT. It's including certain internal procedures that would filter more and more information, stuff like that. I would say around time that Crimea was annexed in 2014. Something, perhaps around that time. Klaus Stewart, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Blackhead, here's to the usual suspect being legends. Thank you, my friend. Jeanette Pope, Special K, you provide best communication as possible. Stay safe and healthy. Prayers to you and your family. Thank you so much, Janet or Jeanette. Not sure how to say that right. I'm sorry. Miss Pope, how about that? Thank you. I try, but many times I feel like I won't even go there. Ryan Williams, I agree with you, somewhere around there. That's what I said earlier. Koshkin Dome, even before 2014, RT was rather American. You see, I don't remember that. I remember there were some decent shows. They were giving good information on like current events, on economy and stuff like that. Christopher Law, long time no see. Thank you so much. Great to see you coming back. Thanks for doing what you do. Dealing with trolls on social media gives a bad impression of Russians. It's nice to come here and get the good info from you. Thank you so very much. I still remember those huge support that you gave me. Thank you, appreciate it. New sponsor, Al Art, Universal Relaxation. Nice name. Welcome to Inside Russia. Half Russian is here. Sinusi, how are you? How's Dubai going? How's the job going? I watch your streams daily just a little bit to kind of get a scoop on what's happening. But I'm glad that you are actually doing better, you know. At least there's hope. Angie, is Michael going to be going to school in Tashkent? It depends on few things. I have decided not to release any personal information on my plans, on my family here. Only after things are done, they happen, you know, post factum. I will tell you about that because situation still is kind of up in the air. Okay, there are decisions to be made. ADW, welcome to Inside Russia. Thank you so much for supporting. That was a good question about Ferrari guy. RT initially capitalized on the incompetence of the U.S. domestic reporting. Very, very spot on statement, because what I was watching from like CNN and Fox News and RT was better. Okay. But then something happened. I know what. Emra Makers, thank you so much. Terry Carter, Constantine, you and others like you are light in the darkness. Well, thank you. You are too. You are too, because we come here all together. Without you wouldn't be me, and without me there wouldn't be you. So this is a like two-way situation, two-way street. So thank you very much. American Girl. Anastasia, it is okay to mention Putin now. Yes, I've deleted all the black words. I've warned mods. Well, we're trying to have more relaxed conversations. But the thing is, please, just use common sense, you know. Please be civil. Like, if you start going, like, cursing Putin or, you know, doing stuff like that, we'd have to go back to more censorship, and that's not, you know, that's not how it's supposed to be. Paprika's Fire, thank you so much for $10. I appreciate it. Well, since Sinusi is here, I think it's okay. That's a huge support from Benjamin Zarendorf. Thank you so much. Good to see you in a shirt. Let's get your goals to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've seen right through me. That's all I gotta say. Shirt. I was going to a meeting today. Work meeting, actually offline meeting. I'm so used to online meetings, so for a change, such a difference to go offline to meet an Uzbek at that energy company. And I put on a shirt, and I decided to make a video in a shirt just before I left, and I liked it very much. I said, whoa, I'm so used to myself wearing like sports clothes and dungarees and stuff like that. So I do wear suits. I used to wear suits to work every single day. Don't misunderstand me. I'm still in an executive position. It's just COVID. It started with COVID. You stayed home and you don't wear shirts. You don't wear suits. You wear something comfortable. You just throw on and that's it. So, but thank you so much for huge support. I really appreciate it. That will help me do what you say, Let me acknowledge a couple more super chats and I'll tell you a little bit about Half Russian. I hope he doesn't mind. Rich Gross, no question today. Just wishing you and the best to you and your family. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Truffles 1111. Thankful for God's protection for your family. Praying for the rest. Like I said, I'm writing a book. It's really going slow. At least I've started, and I'm dedicating a good part of the book. Well, some part of the book is about my personal feelings and emotions about God and how my relationship with God has evolved over these months. So hopefully I'll get it released. If not, I'll just, I'll give my kids to read it like a diary or something. Brian Woods, second in Reach Cross motion. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, friends. Thank you. Damian Da Silva has just gifted sponsorship to 5 people. Thank you so very much from me and from 5 people. And White Lightning, 777, double that. $10. I first noticed problems with RT when COVID-19 started. They were pushing the Sputnik vaccine, which I'm sure is okay, but really started Slender in USA made mRNA vaccines unethically. I personally think it started before that, and then around COVID-19 it started getting out of control. That's what I think. Anyway, I'm really glad that Sinusi, the Half Russian, showed up here. I gotta tell you a story. I made a community post and quite a few people responded. They sent him some money directly to PayPal, and following stream, I got some money from you, from Super Chats, clearly saying that's to Sinusi, to Half Russian. I'm going to see those Super Chats in 6 weeks, and I decided not to wait. I decided to give him the money, and I sent him a message saying, hey, go to the chat and look how much of Super Chats were directed to you. And he gave me the number, around 300, minus some fees, minus taxes. I decided that I'm going to add a couple more hundred, and I sent him $500 with one condition. I said, Sinusi, I wrote, I didn't say it. I said, Sinusi, this is the money, and you also got some money support to PayPal and Western Union. There's one condition. You have to return money, but not to me and not to the ones who super chatted, by people who need help in the future and who somehow reach you and ask you for help, or you will find people who need help. So that's condition, and also you must find a job because that's, that's the only way, that's the condition, the job. And then once you start feeling comfortable, and once the opportunity comes, please help others. And I'm not going to say anything else. God is my witness. And you know what? The guy got back to me. He said, oh, basically gave me messages every day how he was looking for a job. He got a job. He's on probation right now. So hopefully he gets it in a week or something like that, and he starts getting paid, and then he builds himself a good life in Dubai. So I'm really glad that I actually did a shout out, and I'm really glad it worked. Okay, and so far he's proven himself. Enjoy every minute. What a great. Thank you so much. You're a blessing to all. God bless us all. Yes, please. God bless you all. God bless us all. Fantastic. Black Cat, love all you, and it's great to see each and every one of you rock stars here. I think you're all rock stars. I think you're all rock, and you're absolutely awesome. Verlinda Ellen, Dima from Russia, he contacted me. He asked me for advice. He asked for a few questions. I answered. I gave him advice, and that's pretty much it. The latest I heard, I sent him a message how he was doing. He was, I think, still in Kazakhstan, and he said he was doing all right. Time's up, says Nightbot, and Bob also joins. I know that. There you go. Dima is feeling fine, and Batumi. Well, good for him. Northern Grace, Pietra Z, maybe then Susie's family will take cats live close by. Whereabouts? GTG, take care. Brian Woods, returning the favor to someone else other than the person helping you. We call it paying it forward. Yeah, there's a great movie called Paying Forward. Paid Forward. Well, yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Cincinnati, love to you all. Thank you, Cancer Fighter. Cancer Fighter, that's a pretty disturbing name. Should we put you on the list to pray? Hang on. My list is getting pretty long. I don't know what to do about it. I gotta rewrite it somehow. Okay, my friends, thank you so much. It was a good stream. Feeling good, somewhat. All streams, to me, they fall into two categories: a good stream, like an easy stream, and a hard stream. There are no good or bad. It's usually the easy and the hard. Today was fairly easy, not too hard. I don't know why. A very sensitive issue. Perhaps I'm going numb on my feelings, nerves. Sometimes it happens and it lasts for a few days. I think that's how my mind or soul reacts to so much pain, so much worrying, so much anxiety. It just cuts everything off and then slowly comes back. So today has been not too hard. Okay, thank you so very much. Please, everyone, join me in prayer. As usual, let's pray and let's send good prayers and good wishes to different people. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful day. Thank you for putting food on our tables, giving us roofs over our heads, and surrounding us with people that we love and who love us. Please help our children. Keep them safe and healthy, and give us wisdom to raise them the way that when they grow adults, they will make this world a better place. They will do a better job than we have done. They will never be engaged into a war with each other. Dear God, please help Ukraine. Please help stop the bloodshed. Reach out and touch the hearts and souls of people who are responsible for making such decision. You know who they are better than I do, than we do. You know what they need more than I and we do. Please reach out and do something with them or to them so they make the right decision. Please help everyone who has been affected in Ukraine. Give every single person strength to go through. Give them recovery if they need recovery. Give them even a little bit of happiness so they can just exhale and enjoy this life somewhat. Please keep them safe. Keep the children safe. Send them, every single one of them, an angel. So the angels keep them out of harm's way. Not one single drop of blood is shed anymore. Please help people who are helping Ukrainians, opening their hearts, wallets, houses, doors, taking them, sending them prayers, sending them help. God bless those people. Dear God, please help my country send the most strongest and powerful angels with sharpest swords that are led by Saint Michael in shining armor, so they will get rid of the demons that have hijacked my country, Russia. Please make it run by the angels, make it righteous again, make it a peaceful neighbor, and give it a chance to start rebuilding itself. Thank you so much for helping all of those who have fled Russia to Uzbekistan, and alongside with me right now, the people that I see every single day. I'm sure they all are thanking you, and I also join them. Please help those who are still in Russia trying to get out. Please give them means for safe passage. Please help all pregnant women who are making the decision whether to keep a baby or not. Reach out and talk to them so they will make the right choice. Please, asking you to put common sense into heads of people making big decisions so not a nuclear strike is ever executed. Not one single dirty bomb is blown up anywhere in the world, not just Russia or Ukraine, anywhere. Please build a wall between us and nuclear weapons so we can't even reach and touch it. Please help all those who have anxiety and depression because of this national, global political issues happening. Please help out, reach out and help them. Thank you so much for bringing us into this community. Thank you so much for allowing us to pray every single day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please help everyone who is praying right now with me or watching us pray, answer their prayers and make their wishes come true. I would like to ask you for a few people who need help, who reach out and ask for help. They are Rafaela From, her daughter Anna, Priscilla, Michelin, King Nero, Gaby Hyman, Martin, Joan, Donald, Allison Dave Moyers. I found Waldo, Liz, Deborah, Isabel Legault, Jacob Reed. Oh, I'm sorry, Carol Reed, Jacob, Janice Burgess, Maureen M. and her sister, Golden Griffon, Terry Carter, Ariana, Bruce B., Terry Scrugg, Kayleen, Michael, Thomas, Tony, Bob, Jessica, Minutes to Midnight, Sandra Workman and her husband Rod, Mr. Hanson, Heidi Howitz, Golden Griffon, Geeky's grandpa, Michael Milkevitz needs your help real bad. Robert Morgan's sister, Jacob, needs help with bad addiction. Umil and Jennifer, Ian, needs help with depression and mental state. Bruce's friend Andrea, Rob, MTG Gaming Bob, Ashley and family, Angelic at Life, Florian G, Cosmision, Matt from Canada, Mr. Dean Spooner and his church called Our Savior Lutheran Church, Cancer Fighter, Barry Reading, his sister, and Leslie Fleming. Yelena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Bonnie, Galina, and Igor, Buzz, Jean-Paul, Paula, Janine, Michael, Marlene, Susan S., Fiona, Madeline, Stephen, Alan, Freddie, Sabrina, Felicia, Paul Binns, Pritchard's father, May Scott Nesbitt's sister, rest in peace. Cindy Braddock, Mallory M., family of Rudy Keisley, Dirk Misler and his father, James Rhodes, needing speedy recovery, Brittany S., Lars Henrik, please give him strength and give his have soul of his father rest in peace. Lane Hankins, Bridget Apley, Hannah and her children, who is Agnes' sister, Richard Burris, having heart surgery today. Please help him. He needs help real bad. Ace with broken ankle. User Common Sense. Scan family grandson needs help. Grace, Barb, CS 2216, daughter Lori. China Bill, Brian McManus, and our good friend Sinusi from Dubai. Dear God, Jesus, Lord Jesus Christ, thank you so much. Amen. My friends, thank you so much for coming, giving me a chance to hear my message and praying with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you all tomorrow with another message. And before I go, Carthago delende est.